We're going to do another adjustment layer. What I want to do is I want to take this red car, this beautiful red car, and I want to make it white or black. Now, because it's a car and it's an easy selection here, all the selection techniques we've learned, this might not be a bad way to just make the selection and do it, but I'm going to show you something pretty easy with an adjustment layer. It's fun and it works great in other things, and I'll show you one more example with another photo in just a second. What I'm going to do is here, I'm going to add a black and white adjustment layer. The black and white adjustment layer does a beautiful job of making this black and white. That doesn't change the color. How are we going to change the color now? Here's our layer modes. We're going to start talking about layer modes and how much fun they are and how much power they have. We're going to take this, and with the black and white mode, I'm going to come to lighten, and look what it does. Turns it back to color. And over here in the properties for the black and white adjustment layer, I'm going to take the red layer and I'm going to pull the red layer out until we get a white car. See what I'm doing there? If I pull the red layer all the way over, I get it back to where it was originally. I'm going to take that white. I need some shadows and highlights and stuff, but I don't want any red in there. I can take the yellow out and adjust the yellows. I can bring the blues back in for the sky. So doing an adjustment layer and changing the mode from lighten to dark, from normal to lighten. If I want, I can even go to darken, and I'm going to change. I'm going to delete that altogether. Add the black and white adjustment layer again, so that all my settings are by default. Change it from normal to darken. This time I'm going to take that red slider and I'm going to pull the red slider over the other way. Immediately it takes that car and makes it black. Take the green and pull that the other way. Blue. And we're back to where we need to go. This is a fast, easy, simple way to do this, and it works really great. So take a look at this. Red dress. This would be much more of a hassle to change with a selection. So here again, we can take that adjustment layer and do some really cool things. Go to a black and white adjustment layer. Here we have a little bit more of a problem where the car, blue sky, green grass, no big deal, we can change things. Let's change this dress to this mode to lighten. And look at her skin. This is the problem that we're going to have. Because we can change this dress to be a white dress that easily. And we just mess around with the adjustment of the yellow slider for skin tones to get it kind of where we want it. And it looks pretty good, right? Not bad. Here's the thing. Because we're messing with all the red, see what's happening? Her lips, because of the red, are dying out. There's a little other spots here and there. But see this big white box right next to the adjustment layer with the chain? That is a layer mask. We haven't really talked too much about the layer mask. But if I come in here and grab a paintbrush, make sure the foreground color is black, and I make sure that I'm on the layer mask, you can see it's highlighted. And I make my brush a little smaller here. And paint with the black brush, brings her lips right back. Paint her eyes. What color are the stones? The stones are red, so we'll paint those. And it brings that right back. So if I hold the shift key down and click on that, turns the layer mask off. Then I click on it again, it's back. Ta-da! We have a beautiful red dress turned into a white dress. She's got her fingernail polish. I can go in and do that. Also something else we can do with the layer mask. But if I go from lighten to darken, go to the settings here, change the dress down, Bring the skin tones back in a little bit. Don't like the green. There we go. And continue just to adjust a little bit here and there. And we take that dress. Black is very hard. Any color to change to black is extremely hard to do, especially with lots of highlights and shadows. But we can do this easily with an adjustment layer, a black and white adjustment layer. Go figure that. Black and white adjustment layer, turning it to a color. Awesome.